They will test you. Life, people, circumstances, everything will conspire to pull you into chaos. They will throw insults, doubts, failures, rejections, heartbreaks. They will try to shake your confidence, to see if you will bend under pressure, to watch if you collapse when the world pushes against you. But the greatest power you can hold in such moments is this: act as if nothing affects you. Not because you are cold, not because you are numb, but because you are unshakable. Because you have mastered the inner world so fully that the outer world no longer dictates your destiny. Understand this truth. Strength is not measured by how loudly you fight back. True strength is measured by the calm that cannot be broken, the silence that carries weight, the confidence that needs no defense. When you act as if nothing affects you, you rise above the chaos and claim dominion over yourself. And the one who rules himself rules his world. Napoleon Hill once wrote, "Self-discipline begins with the mastery of your own thoughts. Most people let their emotions be hijacked by circumstance. Someone mocks them, and their day is ruined. Someone doubts them, and their dream collapses. They are tossed around like a ship without an anchor. But the master, the one who achieves greatness, remains unmoved. He acts as if nothing affects him because he knows that the storm outside cannot sink a ship unless it gets inside." Think of the great leaders of history. Abraham Lincoln faced insult after insult, defeat after defeat, and yet he carried himself with dignity, with poise, with calm. Critics hurled words at him like stones, but he wore them as stepping stones toward greatness. He acted as if nothing could break him, and because of that, nothing did. Or consider Thomas Edison. Thousands of experiments failed. Thousands of attempts burned to ashes. If he had allowed defeat to affect his belief, the light bulb would never have been born. But when asked about his failures, he calmly replied, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." He acted as if failure itself had no power over him. That calm, that unshaken posture gave him the persistence to illuminate the world. This is not about ignoring pain. This is about mastering it. It is not about pretending life is easy. It is about carrying yourself with such resilience that the world cannot read your weaknesses. For every battle is psychological. The moment your enemy sees you shaken, you have already lost. But when you act as if nothing affects you, when your face reveals no fear, when your posture declares unshakable certainty, the world has no choice but to bend to your will. You must train your mind for this. Train it every day. When you wake, remind yourself, nothing outside me controls me. When you face rejection, whisper to yourself, this cannot touch my destiny. When you encounter betrayal, tell yourself, this does not define my worth. Every time you respond with calm instead of chaos, with dignity instead of desperation, you strengthen the muscle of mastery. The lion does not flinch when the hyenas laugh. The eagle does not tremble when the crows swarm. The oak does not sway when the winds blow. Why? Because their power lies not in reaction, but in presence. So must yours. The moment you stop reacting to every opinion, every insult, every obstacle, you begin to ascend. You separate yourself from the masses and join the few who live untouchable. And yet, there is a paradox. Acting as if nothing affects you does not mean indifference to life. It means supreme focus on what matters. You choose where your energy goes. You decide what deserves your attention. You no longer hand your peace to petty battles. You no longer surrender your joy to temporary storms. You become a guardian of your own state of mind. Those who act unshaken are not without pain. They are without permission for pain to rule them. They hurt, but they don't crumble. They fall, but they don't beg. They lose, but they don't quit. This is the mindset of masters, the attitude of conquerors, the posture of those who walk into rooms and command respect without a word. The world does not give crowns to the loudest complainers. It gives crowns to the calmest kings. And if you want to rise, if you want to succeed, if you want to walk paths where few dare to go, you must embody this truth. Act as if nothing affects you, because when you do, nothing truly can. They will watch you. It will test your patience. It will see if you flinch when they criticize, if you break when they betray, if you shrink when they laugh. And when you don't win, you stand tall, calm, and unmoved. They will respect you, even if they never admit it. The world bows not to those who react, but to those who remain in control. Think of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who faced war, betrayal, and plague. Yet his philosophy, Stoicism, taught him to act as if nothing external could touch the core of who he was. He wrote in his meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the essence of self-mastery. When you refuse to let the outside world dictate your inner world, you are free. The greatest victories are not fought on battlefields, in the silence of your mind. The man who controls himself is greater than the man who conquers cities. Because cities can be retaken, armies can be defeated, while wealth can be lost, but the strength of a disciplined mind cannot be taken. Acting as if nothing affects you is not arrogance. It is discipline. It is refusing to surrender your emotions to the chaos of life. It is knowing that anger wastes energy, that fear clouds judgment, that jealousy poisons growth. Instead of letting these forces pull you off course, you walk through them like a ship cutting through waves. The storm may rage, the captain remains steady. Remember Henry Ford. The world laughed at him when he said he would build a car for ordinary people. Experts called him a fool. Newspapers mocked his vision. Competitors dismissed him. But he acted as if nothing could touch his certainty. He ignored the noise, focused on his mission, and built not just cars, but an empire. His calm persistence transformed industries. And what about Nelson Mandela? 27 years in prison, 27 years stripped of freedom. The world expected him to emerge broken, bitter, angry. Instead, he walked out with dignity, with grace, with the calm of a man who refused to let chains enslave his spirit. He acted as if nothing could break him, and because of that, nothing did. Your greatest weapon in life is composure, while others waste their energy reacting to every insult, every doubt, every disappointment. You remain focused. While they are distracted by emotions, you are building your vision. While they drown in anger, you rise in silence. This is how you get ahead. Not by chasing every fight, but by mastering the only battle that matters, the one within. But make no mistake, this is not easy. The world will tempt you to react. It will provoke you. It will test your patience. People will insult you just to see if they can pull you down to their level. If you react, you lose. If you remain calm, you win. The one who controls himself controls the situation. Think of it like fire. If you feed it with reaction, it burns hotter. If you give it nothing, it dies. The same applies to negativity, criticism, and doubt. Starve them of your energy. Act as if nothing affects you, and watch how quickly they lose power over you. This posture also builds respect in ways words cannot. People may not understand why you are so calm, why you refuse to be shaken. They will feel it. They will sense that you are different, that you are in control. And in a world where most are tossed around by every emotion, self-control becomes magnetic. It draws opportunities, allies, and even admiration. When you carry yourself with calm, life bends toward you. Doors open because people trust those who are steady. Leaders rise, not because they never face storms, but because they act unmoved by them. Their presence becomes an anchor in chaos. And you can become that anchor if you refuse to let the storms of life dictate your state of mind. Ask yourself this: what would change if you stopped reacting? If you stopped letting small things steal your peace? If you stopped giving your energy to negativity, you would have more focus, more strength, more clarity, more time to build the life you want. Because every minute spent in anger is a minute stolen from your dream. Every reaction is a distraction. Every distraction is a delay. So act as if nothing affects you. When doubt comes, stay calm. When fear comes, breathe deep. When failure strikes, stand taller. When rejection stings, smile with certainty, not because you don't feel it, but because you refuse to feed it. This is how ordinary men become legends. This is how weak men become warriors. This is how dreams become reality. And when you live this way long enough, something incredible happens. You no longer have to act. You truly become untouchable. Insults no longer reach you. Doubt no longer shakes you. Defeat no longer defines you. You become the master of yourself, and in doing so, you master your world. This is the secret the greats understood. Lincoln, Edison, Mandela, for they all faced storms that would have crushed ordinary men, but they acted as if nothing could affect them. They refused to be ruled by fear, by pain, by circumstance. And because they mastered themselves, they mastered history. So now it's your turn. Will you let life shake you, break you, bend you? Or will you rise above it? Will you let every insult, every failure, every obstacle control your emotions? Or will you walk through them calm, strong, unshaken? The choice is yours. But understand this, the man who acts as if nothing affects him becomes unstoppable. He becomes a force the world cannot control. He becomes a leader, a creator, a conqueror of destiny. So carry yourself with calm, walk with quiet power, let the world test you, tempt you, attack you. And every time, stand tall, unshaken. Act as if nothing affects you, and one day, nothing truly will, because in the end, success does not belong to the loudest, or the angriest, or the most reactive. Success belongs to the calm, to the disciplined, to the unshakable, to those who have mastered themselves so fully that no storm, no critic, no defeat can touch them. Act as if nothing affects you. That is how you win not just battles, but life itself.